years ago, when I was still an undergraduate student, I attended a camp when we were asked a simple question. Would you rather eat salad every day and live until you're 80, or eat McDonald's and live until you're 40? Like every other cool university student, I said, obviously McDonald's. I much rather enjoy my life than spend it eating grass. Back then, when we were young, health wasn't something we thought much about because it was all we had. We assumed our bodies would always be there for us. But then my godmom said something I'll never forget. It's not about dying early, it's about living with a chronic disease. And that completely changed the way I saw health. Because the scary part was never about dying, it's about aging and struggling with diseases that make everyday life difficult. Not being able to move around freely, constant doctor appointments, taking medication every day just to keep things under control. Spending years managing conditions that, at least in part, could have been reduced through healthier habits. Health isn't about squeezing out another 20 years of life. It's about having the freedom to enjoy the years that I do have. Hi, I'm Chasing Lies, and I'm currently a 4th-year PhD student in Singapore. Most of my weekdays look pretty similar. I wake up, reach lab around 9 AM, spend the day doing research, hope we don't finish too late, hopefully before 6 PM, then head home and do it again the next day. It's not exactly the healthiest environment by default. Long hours, lots of sitting, experiments that don't always end on time, and it's easy to convince yourself that you'll take care of your health later. But ever since that conversation, I have made a conscious decision to put my health above almost everything else, including work. And as I likely won't have children in the future, the person most responsible for taking care of me when I'm old is myself. So I want to give my future self the best chance possible. In this video, I want to share what staying healthy actually looks like for me, from my diet and workouts to sleep, routines, and why I believe sustainability matters much more than perfection. So we're going to make dinner now. I usually try to eat my dinners at home because I feel like the food outside, they tend to be a bit more oily, and then they add a lot of sauces, and those are just hidden calories, and I don't think it is as healthy as eating and cooking at home. Although it is definitely more convenient to have your dinners outside, but yep, for the health purposes, I try to cook at home if I have the time and energy. Sometimes I do have my dinners outside if I really don't have the time or if I'm meeting my friends, but otherwise, if I do have the time, I will try to cook something simple at home. Today we are going to make miso soup. Let's start with diet because it's probably one of the biggest factors when it comes to staying healthy. If there's one meal I try to have at home, that's dinner. They're nothing fancy, just simple meals I can throw together in about 15 minutes. After spending the whole day in the lab, I really don't have the time or energy to cook elaborate meals. And I don't think healthy eating has to be complicated. Sometimes simple is exactly what makes it sustainable. What I do love about cooking for myself though is that I get to control what goes into my food. It's a simple way to make healthier choices without overthinking it. Lunch is a different story. I don't meal prep because I value my sleep a little too much. So I usually grab something from the food court or canteen. That said, I still make a conscious effort to choose healthier options. I tend to go for soupy dishes like yong tau fu or pork rib lotus root soup, meals with some sort of vegetables and some source of protein instead of the drier carb-heavy meals. They tend to contain less oil, keep me feeling full without being overly heavy, and most importantly, they don't send me into a massive food coma for the rest of the afternoon. I don't think healthy eating is about cutting out all the foods you love or following the latest diet trend. I still drink my bubble tea, eat my ice cream, and have my favourite wonton mee. I just don't have them every day. On the other hand, I don't eat perfectly healthy foods every day either. I have simply found a balance that I can consistently stick to. At the end of the day, healthy eating isn't about restriction. It's about making choices that help me feel good today and hopefully keep future me healthy too. So I'm going to go for my run now. I usually run 2 to 3 times a week. 2 shorter runs during the weekday and 1 longer run during the weekend. If I don't have time, then I will just run once during the weekday and then once during the weekend. Running is my go-to exercise because number 1, it's free. Number 2, I can just do it downstairs. I don't have to spend time traveling. And number 3, I don't have to wait for anyone else or like accommodate to anyone else's schedule, because it is an individual sport and does not rely on other people. So for me, I see exercise as a part of my daily routine. It is not a hobby, it is a must. It's just like how we need to eat our meals every day, need to brush our teeth every morning and every night, then we need to sleep. Yeah, for me, exercise is also a must. I need to do it. So now I'm gonna go for a run. Exercise is the other big pillar of staying healthy. Ironically, I started exercising for all the wrong reasons. I wanted to lose weight and look skinnier to be more attractive. I hated running, hated moving, but I forced myself to do it anyway. There was even a period where I became so obsessed with exercising that I feel guilty if I miss a workout. What changed my perspective was tearing my anterior cruciate ligament in 2021. For a few weeks, I lost something I had always taken for granted: my freedom of movement. Walking normally, climbing stairs, or simply getting around became difficult. That experience completely changed the way I viewed exercise. Now, I no longer exercise because I hate the way I look. I exercise because I love what my body can do. I want to stay healthy, feel strong, move well, and give my future self the best chance of remaining independent. The science backs it up too. Regular exercise improves your cardiovascular health, increases your good HDL cholesterol, reduces visceral fat around your organs, strengthens your muscles and bones, and releases endorphins that help boost your mood. And then there's sleep, something I think many people overlook. I always hear people saying, "I'll have plenty of time to sleep when I'm dead." But sleep is one of the foundations of good health. I go to bed around midnight and wake up between 7:30 to 8:30 AM, even on weekends. I try to keep my sleep schedule consistent. Even if I haven't finished all my work, I sleep. Getting around 7 hours of uninterrupted rest is what keeps me functioning well during the day. Ironically, sleeping more actually helps me get more done because I'm focused, productive, and don't spend the whole day feeling exhausted. Yeah, I'm gonna try running 6 km today. I hope I can do it. I don't know, it's been a while since I run solo. I have never run past 5 km since I finished my marathon last year, I think. Yeah, so it's been a while since I ran solo. It definitely takes discipline to stick to a healthy diet, exercise routine, and consistent sleep schedule while doing a PhD. There are plenty of evenings where I come home feeling completely drained, and the last thing I want to do is exercise or cook my own dinner. There are days where I'm tempted to just eat cup noodles and lie in bed for the next 2 hours. But I remind myself that I only need 30 minutes to move my body, whether that's going for a run or heading to the gym on weekends, and another 15 minutes to throw together a simple meal that I know I will feel good after eating. Those 45 minutes almost always leave me feeling better, physically and mentally, and I have never regretted showing up for myself. I don't actually have the perfect healthy lifestyle, and I don't think one exists. My diet is pretty carb heavy because that's what I enjoy and it's what my body responds well to. Instead of avoiding carbs like they're often made out to be on social media, I simply try to choose healthier sources whenever I can. My exercise routine is pretty boring too. I run 3 times a week, not because it's the best workout in the world, but because it's one I genuinely enjoy and can fit around my PhD schedule. I only make it to the gym once a week to build strength because that's realistically all I have time for right now. There are weeks when experiments run late, deadlines pile up, or I'm simply too exhausted to do everything I've planned. But life happens. What matters isn't being perfect every single day. It's coming back to these habits instead of giving up on them completely. Staying healthy isn't about crash diets or crazy workout routines. It's about building habits that you can actually stick to for years. So we are going to the gym now. I usually don't go to the gym so early because I want to sleep more. But then we have no choice today because I'm on a very tight schedule. Anyway, so we're gonna head to the gym now. I have to be back by 8 because I need to get out of the house by 9:15. So, okay, let's head to the gym. I guess you could say you only live once, so why not just eat McDonald's every day and do whatever you want? And that's honestly your choice, but this is how I see it. Growing up, there were many things I disliked about my body. I always felt bigger than the kids around me, I hated the fat around my waist, and for the longest time, I just wanted to change the way I looked. But especially after tearing my ACL, I learned to appreciate my body for what it could do instead. I have a body that lets me walk, run, lift weights, travel, and experience life without pain. And that's something I never want to take for granted. That's why I chose to take care of it. Not because I want to look a certain way anymore, but because I appreciate everything my body allows me to do. Yes, it takes discipline and a few compromises, but I think it's worth it. We can't stop ourselves from getting older, but we can influence how well we age. Your body takes care of you every single day, and maybe it's worth taking care of it too.